Hey, Miley. I heard you got a new boyfriend.
Huh? Who'd you hear that from?
Mom told me last night. How could you, keeping secrets from your big sister? I heard he came to the house to say hello to Mom and Dad. Why didn't you give me a heads up? I would have rushed over.
Well, because I didn't want to introduce you to him. I'm embarrassed to introduce you. You have no class, and to be honest, you're rude.
Huh? What do you mean by that, no class? Your sister? The one who graduated from an elite college? That big sister of yours? You have to be kidding me, LOL.
There, that's what I mean. That's what I hate about you.
Mom showed me a photo of this boyfriend of yours. I wouldn't call him handsome, LOL. To be honest, run-of-the-mill kind of guy. I see guys like that all the time. And his clothes, not brand-made stuff. Pretty drab, LOL.
I would prefer you say clean and polished. Brad is not like that. He hates that showy and tasteless fashion sense. It's always about brands. Like some people I know.
Boy, you've always been the black sheep of the family. Mediocre at school. Face? Nothing to write home about. Couldn't you at least have found a better guy? Take a look at me and my boyfriend. You can learn a thing or two about good looking. Where else can you find such a well-educated, good-looking couple like us, LOL?
Yeah, I heard this all before.
Well, let's just forget about looks or how he dresses. Where'd your boyfriend go to school, by the way? Which university did he graduate from?
Why do I have to even tell you that? Besides, it's none of your business.
It's got everything to do with me. You know, I'm getting married in 6 months. And if you end up marrying this guy, well then we're all relatives. I don't want to be embarrassed when I introduce my relatives to people. Oh my god, don't tell me you went to the community college in town. I know you're not too bright, but you wouldn't go out with a guy from that place.
Is educational background so important? If you have to know, he went as far as high school. He decided not to go on to college.
Huh? High school? You mean to tell me he only finished high school? Not higher education? You mean like really high school?
Yep, that's right.
You're kidding me, right? Tell me you're joking. He's a high school graduate, that's it?
Yes, that's right.
Huh? No way! I thought everyone went on to college these days, even if it's a community college.
He decided not to go on to college, so what?
This is unbelievable. Okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but a boyfriend that's only a high school grad? This is too much, LOL. Wait, are you seriously going out with this loser? You're just dating, having a little fun, right? Do you really plan to marry a mere high school grad?
Yeah, I'm serious about him. I like him a lot. I'm planning on marrying him, and he feels the same way. That's why I came to meet Mom and Dad.
Holy crap, you're serious. Good grief. What are you going to do? I mean, please. A high school grad, really?
And I keep saying, so what? I don't care about his educational background. I fell in love with him. What can I say? He's nice and he's courteous, and he's a damn hard worker. Couldn't ask for more. I fell in love with who he is, not his education.
Oh my god, you guys are still in high school. Fitting, LOL. You sound like a teenager. Just a couple of teenagers. You guys are made for each other.
Think what you like. I can't believe you're actually my sister.
Hey, so we only finished high school. What kind of work does a high schooler do? I mean, there is no way he can work at a major corporation. The only job I can think of him doing is some blue-collar stuff. Perhaps a bit of trash collecting, LOL. You know me. I went to a really elite college, so I'm not sure what such people do, LOL.
You're really being rude. He's in the food business. But Brad does not really want me to say much about his job.
Okay, a high school grad, working in the food industry. I know. He's a dishwasher, right? Yeah, I wouldn't want anybody knowing either. I would be totally embarrassed.
You got it all wrong.
Hey, you know, about my wedding. I said you could bring a date, but please not this kid. I don't want him anywhere near our wedding.
Huh? What do you mean?
It means I don't want some uneducated dishwasher coming to my wedding. That's all. I can't very well tell my friends that this guy is my little sister's boyfriend, or worse, her fiancé. Oh my god, no way. All my guests, as well as my fiancés, are all from top universities and they currently make considerable salaries. I even had qualms about inviting you. And you want to bring a high school grad who works a dishwasher? It's not happening.
Huh? And he's not a dishwasher.
Do you realize that we booked our wedding reception at that famous ristorante? There's a 3-year wait for that place. Do you even know what a ristorante is? It's a high-class restaurant that has a strict dress code. That's what a ristorante is. And you know what? The pâtissier, the pastry chef for a novice like you. This chef recently won a world-famous event in Paris. We're going to have him bake our wedding cake. Can you believe it? So you see, I don't want some high school grad coming to my wedding and tainting the whole affair. I hope you understand. We just can't allow ourselves to serve such low-status people, if you get my drift, lol.
You never change. I wish you would stop demeaning people like that. How could you say that, low-status people? Are you serious?
Well, it's true, isn't it? I mean, you guys are the ones who'd be ashamed if you attended anyway. Besides, low status probably means he doesn't even have the proper clothes to wear. I don't want him coming to the wedding in his old high school sweatshirt, lol. We'd be the laughingstock of the whole town. Low status people will be restricted from attending my wedding. If you don't drop this guy before our wedding, well, I have no choice but to uninvite you to our wedding.
You know, I really didn't want to attend anyway. I don't want to attend a wedding of someone who denigrates my boyfriend. Anyway, it would be a total waste to buy a wedding gift for the likes of you.
Don't be so stubborn. You're such a child, lol. Okay, so you're not attending the wedding. I'll scratch you off the list then. I guess you're just going to have to sit at home with your dishwasher boyfriend twiddling your thumbs. Hey, Miley, pick up. I was just at the restaurante where we're going to hold a reception. I was with the wedding planners and guess what? Your boyfriend was there. What was he doing there? Is he the dishwasher there, lol?
Huh? Hey, is the restaurante that you chose, is it the one where Brad works at?
Yeah, I guess it is, lol. I'm usually surrounded by very fashionable and handsome people, so with that country boy looks, he's really stood out. Spotted him right away. A high school graduate, and he can work at a high-class place like that, lol. But he's a professional dishwasher by now, lol. I wonder how much a dishwasher makes at a place like that.
Like I said, Brad is not a dishwasher.
Well, I couldn't very much ignore him, so I said hello. I said it was Brenda, Miley's older sister. I was just curious, so I had to ask. I asked him why he only finished high school. Was it because his folks were poor? Sorry, I had to ask. He was really nervous, stood there with his mouth agape. What a sight, lol.
I really can't believe you. He's working. How could you disrespect him like that? What's wrong with you?
So what if the dishwasher takes a little break? Nobody cares about some lowly kitchen staff, lol. Oh yeah, listen to this. I figured I would tell him since he was there. I told him that it's our policy not to invite people with inadequate educational backgrounds to your wedding. I went as far as to tell him that no such uneducated people enter the ristorante at least 1 month before my wedding, lol.
Have you totally lost it? You told him that?
Of course I did. I mean, a mere high school grad just seems vulgar. Not fit for respectable people like us. Nobody's lets a mangy stray dog into a restaurant, right? Much less a high-class place like that. I told him he's gonna work there. He needs to disinfect himself before entering.
I really can't believe I'm hearing this. Have you become unhinged? You definitely have a few screws loose.
My screws are perfectly fine, lol. Besides, your boyfriend, when I told him not to enter the restaurante, you know what he had to say? He said, "Very well, miss. I will do as you say." Can you believe this guy? For a mere high school graduate, he certainly knows his place. He didn't talk back at all and just sulked away like a beaten dog, lol. Not the vigorous and fearless young man, that's for sure, lol.
Oh boy, you went and did it. That means there will be no wedding cake. What a shame.
Huh? Cake? What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I suppose you already know where you work, so it doesn't matter anymore. Just going to have to be truthful, I guess. The Brad you so despise is the pâtissier at that restaurant.
Huh?
Yep, Brad studied at the top pâtissier academy in France, and he recently won the award at that world-famous pâtissier contest in Paris last year. That world-renowned pâtissier that you were so proud of? Well, that is none other than my boyfriend, Brad.
Now you're the one that has a few screws loose, lol. That uneducated country boy, A world-renowned patissier? Give me a break, lol.
It's true. His father's also a patissier. He currently works in Paris. That's right. Right after graduating from high school, he flew to Paris to be with his dad and to attend the Patissier Academy there. It was the same place his father graduated from. He then worked for several years at one of the top patissier establishments in Paris. He returned about 2 years ago and currently works at that restaurant where you plan to have your wedding, minus the cake, of course.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm afraid it's true. Well, I guess you kicked him out, so nothing to do with you anymore, right? You told him to stay away for a month, right? I don't see how he'll be able to make that cake for you. I guess you're going to have to make do with something from Costco, lol.
Hold on a second. If that's true, no, it can't be. Why didn't you tell me about him when you first mentioned him?
Well, like I said, Brad didn't want me telling everyone. Some years back, a short while after he returned from Paris, this neighbor found out he was a patissier and constantly asked him to make her and her friends all kinds of pastries. He just could deal with that. That's why he wanted me to keep it quiet. But even though you didn't know his background, denigrating someone like you did Brad, that's not what a respectable person does.
How could I have known? A mere high school grad, a fashionable occupation like a patissier? Who would think?
You always look at people according to their educational achievements. That's why you always end up in embarrassing situations.
Hold on a second. I just got a text message from the wedding planner. It seems because I restricted his entry into the restaurant, all the chefs in the kitchen are apparently furious. They said they were going on strike. They're not going to cook for my wedding. What the hell am I going to do?
The chefs are on strike? LOL. Oh, you really did it this time. Guess you're just going to have to apologize or find another venue.
I can't do that. I already told all my friends that I was holding my wedding reception at that place. I waited 3 years to reserve a spot there. I can't give it up now. No way I can find another place at this late date.
Well, your only option is to apologize. Right? If you're so set on having the reception there, I don't see any other way.
How am I going to... Oh yeah, Miley. You're his girlfriend. Talk to him and apologize on my behalf, please. Get him to come back.
Sorry, not going to happen.
Huh?
Why should I apologize? You created this mess, you clean it up. The responsible thing to do is to admit your mistake and apologize to Brad. Simple as that. And you're asking the wrong person. I'm still super pissed at you for trashing my boyfriend.
You want me to admit my mistake and apologize to this guy? Some snotty high school graduate? No way that's happening. You go and apologize to him. Do it now. I cannot stain my perfect lifestyle by stooping so low.
Well, you certainly have no remorse, I see. Wow, to think this is my older sister. How embarrassing. I will not help you out. That's it.
How could you treat your older sister this way? Just do as I say. That's an order. I'm practically begging you.
Maybe we should go back to elementary school and relearn proper etiquette, LOL. After that, my sister reluctantly went to the restaurant to apologize, but she immediately brought up her status as an elite college graduate with many rich friends or whatsoever. The usual drivel. Her attitude was so condescending that it just made things worse. What's more, during the supposed apology, she again blurted out the fact that Brad was a mere high school grad. She just couldn't keep her mouth shut. The restaurant staff were furious with her arrogance and they in turn canceled the reservation and prohibited her from ever again entering the restaurant. This incident also caused the relationship with her fiancé to go downhill. Well, that spat escalated beyond remedy and eventually they broke off the engagement. Brenda was so shocked by what had happened to her so-called perfect life, she wouldn't come out of the house anymore. Academic background does not make a person. I don't see why my sister does not realize that. I told Brad how sorry I was to have a sister like that. I was ready to break up with him, he so desired, but he had no intention of doing that, but instead smiled and forgave me. He even suggested that we have our wedding reception at the Ristorante, LOL. I'm sure I won't have to wait 3 years for a reservation.
Hey Max, are you there? It's been forever. How have you been?
Wait, Tabitha, is that you? It's been forever.
It is, yeah, and it has been. So, how are you doing?
I'm doing really well, actually. Thanks so much for asking. It's great to hear from you.
Ah, nice. That's great to hear. I'm glad that things are going well for you. Excellent news.
Man, sorry, I just still can't get over how long it's been since the two of us last talked or even messaged each other.
I know, right? I mean, it's been a whole year and a half since I married my husband and we moved away. If you can believe it.
Wow, has it really been that long already? It's just so hard to wrap my head around, to be honest.
Anyways, I really am sorry for not reaching out to you at all during that time. We moved in with Harry, my husband's parents, and I've been helping to take care of his mom, which has been less than fun, shall we say? To be honest, I'm thinking of divorcing Harry. Oops, did I just send that?
You want a divorce already? Seriously?
I mean, we don't have any kids yet or anything, so I just think it would be better to get out now while it's just the two of us.
Wow, guess that's a good point, but I'm sorry you're going through all this. Do you mind if I ask what's making you want to do something like this?
Well, Harry cheated on me.
You're kidding. Tabitha, I'm so sorry. That's horrible.
And I even got a message from the woman he was seeing, where she was bragging to me about stealing my husband away from me and things like that. She basically confessed to the whole thing just to try and talk down to me.
Sounds to me like she was just trying to start a fight with you, if I'm being honest.
Well, anyways, I think I just want to leave this marriage, collect my alimony, and never have to worry about Harry again. But I know that Harry would just have none of this if I ever brought it up, and I also know that his mom would always take his side and be of no use at all. So lately, I've been thinking of maybe just separating from him for a while and living apart, while I talk to my lawyers about what my options are.
I see. This is all so much to deal with. I'm so sorry you're going through all of this.
I know. I was actually going to visit town again from tomorrow, and I was wondering if you wouldn't want to catch up, eat dinner, and maybe talk more about this in person?
I would love that. Not hearing about all that you're going through, of course, but it would be so nice to grab a meal and catch up with you, Tabitha.
Aw, you've always been so sweet. Do you know that? Okay, then just let me know when would work best to meet, since I don't really have plans yet.
Well, I don't work on the weekends, so really any time on Saturday or Sunday would work for me.
Got it. How about we meet this Saturday around 11 and we can do brunch?
Sure thing. Do you have a place in mind you want to meet at?
I know. We can go to that old cafe that we always used to go to together. Do you know the one?
Of course. It's right downtown. Got it. I'll see you then.
Hey, just what the heck do you think you're doing with my wife, huh?
I'm sorry, may I ask who this is? I don't have your number saved in my phone, it seems.
What do you mean, who is this? This is the wife of the woman that you're seeing, and I want to know what your problem is.
I'm sorry, but that doesn't really tell me anything at all.
My name is Harry. Does that ring any bells for you?
Harry? Oh, you mean like Harry, as in Tabitha's husband, Harry?
No, duh, you little creep. Quit playing dumb with me. I'm not in the mood for it.
You know, we've actually met before. It was at your wedding. I didn't talk for very long, but I remember shaking your hand.
Well, I have no idea who you are, but you have still got some serious explaining to do. I know what you've been trying to hide, so don't bother pretending like you don't know what this is about.
I really do have no idea what this is about, though.
I know that you're having an affair with my wife.
You think I'm having an affair? With your wife?
That's right, and you're going to pay for it.
Max, are you there? Are you okay? I heard that someone attacked you on your way home after we said goodbye to each other after lunch.
Who did you hear all of that from?
I heard it from my husband. He called me and told me all about it. He told me that it happened basically right around the corner from the restaurant. Are you hurt? Is it really bad? Are you okay?
I'm hurt. Things are stinging pretty badly, to be honest. But yeah, it's as you said, right? After you and I broke up, I turned a corner and then wham! Someone just came up from behind, shoved me to the ground, and started kicking me relentlessly.
They attacked you from behind?
That's right. I think that they were trying to ambush me or something like that.
And then they kicked you? That's horrible!
Yeah, they were kicking and stomping and totally ruined the clothes I was wearing. I think he was trying to aim for my face a few times, but thankfully I managed to cover that before he could land a blow. I ended up having to go to the hospital though, and the doctors said it might take as much as 3 weeks to recover.
Oh my gosh, that's so horrible. I know it doesn't make things any better, but I'm glad that there wasn't more serious damage to you. But who attacked you, and why? Do you have any clue? I mean, why would someone do that to you?
Well, I was attacked in the middle of the street, but there still haven't been any witnesses who've come forward. And I think my attacker sprinted off as soon as he was done, so I have no idea who he really was, but...
But what? You think you might have an idea of who could have done this?
I do, and I think it might have been Harry. Your Harry, to be exact.
You're kidding me!
I don't know for sure, so I'm not making any accusations. But as soon as we left the restaurant, I got some strange texts from a man who was calling himself your husband.
You got messages from Harry? What did they say?
Well, he seemed to think that you and I were having an affair with each other.
Wait, what? Did he really say that to you?
I think what happened was that your husband might have thought that I was a man.
Oh, but come to think of it, from the back, because you're so tall and you have that short haircut, not to mention the fact that you were wearing pants and not a skirt or anything like that, maybe that's why he couldn't tell that you're a girl.
He might have been so mad in the moment that he didn't even bother to check who it was he was attacking. Although, to be honest, I don't really want to try messaging that number at risk of anything else possibly happening.
But I had no idea that you two had each other's numbers.
Well, we don't at all. But maybe he got my number from looking at your phone?
That has to be it. And I think I might know when he did it, too.
Oh, really? What do you think happened?
Well, the night before I decided to leave the house, I left my phone to charge by my bedside table. But when I woke up the next day, my phone had moved to different places on my nightstand. I thought that I might have just moved it without remembering and didn't really think much of it. Except now that I think about it, it must have been Harry who touched it. I'm so sorry, Tabitha. It was under my nose this whole time and I didn't even know. And now you got hurt because of it.
I did get hurt, yes, but I really don't think you should blame yourself for any of this. You had no way of knowing this would happen. But has Harry said anything to you about any of this at all?
I blocked his number after I left the house, so I wouldn't really know. I just told him that if he wanted to say anything to me, that he should speak to my lawyer instead.
I see. Got it. That's good to know. Thanks.
Do you think that I should unblock him and see if he sent me anything?
No, you shouldn't have to do that just for me. I don't want to do anything that could jeopardize you two getting a smooth divorce.
Well, okay then. I guess I won't change anything. But just please tell me if there's any way that I can help you with anything, okay?
Thank you so much, Tabitha. I promise that I will. And also, one more thing. I did report what happened to the police, and I did say that I think it might have been Harry.
Oh, well, yes. I suppose that was probably the best thing that you could have done.
But since there is no real hard evidence that it was Harry, I don't think that anything is going to happen right away. Still, I just wanted to let you know.
Got it. Thanks for telling me. I'll keep an eye out. You take care of yourself, Max.
Thanks a lot. I'll do my best.
Hey, you punk. I finally figured out your name. It's Max, right? You might think that you can get away with your little affair just because my wife and I are separated and talking about getting a divorce right now. But we're still married and she's still my wife, got it? I know that you two are running around behind my back, but I know the truth. And as one man to another, I am not going to stand by and do nothing about this. I'll beat you up again and take as many times as I need before you learn your lesson.
You know I'm a girl, right?
Wait, what? What do you mean?
I mean that I'm a girl. In fact, I think this is the first time I've ever been mistaken for a man. And just what makes you think that Tabitha and I are having an affair anyways?
Wait, no, hold on, but you were wearing jeans.
Dude, it's the 21st century! I don't know what rock you've been living under, but pants aren't really gendered clothing anymore.
But no, this can't be right. She left home and then you two made plans to meet up. To sleep with each other?
No, we had plans to meet up and talk. After all, we've been friends since we were little, and it had been a long time since the two of us got to talk to one another. And just so you know, I happen to be already married to a man.
What is going on here?
What's going on is that Tabitha and I met up for brunch. You must have already suspected that she was seeing someone behind your back, and so you followed her. I assume you saw us say goodbye in front of the restaurant, but you must not have seen my face. So then, you followed me, pushed me down, and kicked the crap out of me. Does that all sound about right?
But it's... Well, how do I even know that you're really a girl?
What is that supposed to mean?
I mean, all the kids these days are dressing funny. You can't tell who is who anymore. How do I know you're not just some really girly-looking dude or something like that?
Well, not that it's only women who can, but I've literally given birth.
Oh, please. Anyone can type out a message saying that and send it.
We literally met before at your wedding, and you shook my hand. But I do remember as I walked away, you leaning over to Tabitha and commenting on my height. Do you remember me now?
Hold on a second.
I was wearing a light pink dress with some lace around my sleeves. Ringing a bell?
I remember you now. Hey, what the heck are the cops doing at my place? Did you call the cops on me? I was on the toilet when they started to bang on my front door. I barely had time to pull my pants up before I was in handcuffs. Answer me right now. What is going on here?
Max! I did it! Harry and I are finally officially divorced. Plus, I was able to sue him for his affair, and now I never have to deal with him again.
That's huge news. I'm so happy to hear that, Tabitha.
And did you hear what else happened to him?
Well, I heard that the husband of the woman he was seeing showed up at his place and beat him to a pulp.
He did! I didn't see it, but I heard about it from some mutual friends. Apparently, he found out Harry was cheating with his wife, and the guy ended up throwing Harry down some stairs. I hear Harry is in pretty bad shape, actually.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad nothing like that happened to me, at least.
It was a huge mess, and this guy broke a bunch of stuff and damaged the house, too. I think he's probably going to be arrested for all of that.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right.
But I'm just glad that I can at least put this behind me.
You must be so exhausted after all this.
I am, but I'm more relieved than anything. What about you? Are you feeling better? How are your injuries?
I actually feel great, thanks for asking. I was also able to get Harry to pay for all my medical bills as part of legal settlement for him assaulting me.
Well, that's good at least. Glad you made pay for what he did as well.
By the way, when things settle down a bit more for you, want to go and grab a bite to eat?
I would love to do that. I'm still unpacking all of my stuff over here, but once I'm done, that would be amazing.
Great. Just let me know when you're free and we'll set up a time. I won't lie. It was a hard 3 weeks of recovery for me. And while I was laying in bed, my husband handled all of the business with the lawyers and the cops and just let me recover. I feel so lucky to have married the man that I did. And it's also good to know that Harry's locked up and behind bars now. Although I heard that he has to walk with a cane for the rest of his life after what that other guy did to him. I don't know why men can be stupid sometimes. But at least they were both punished for their violent outbursts. And even though I ended up getting sucked into all this too, I'm just glad that Tabitha left that marriage before something really bad happened to her.